Okay, so this is grade 12 mathematics paper 1 for 2025. So this is a past paper, and in this video I'm going to solve two questions, question 4 and question 5. So without wasting much of your time, let us start solving. So question 4, the question reads, shed A complement intersection open brackets B intersection C close brackets. So these are the questions that you shouldn't fail because they are just simple and straightforward. So for this Venn diagram, the first thing that you should do is you label it. For you to answer this question, you have to label it first. So we are going to say, you label every part of this Venn diagram. So we are going to say, you can use letters or numbers. So as for me, I will just use numbers. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 as a universal. So the next thing that you do now, you start listing. You get this one, A complement. So you say A complement, then you open the brackets, then you check the numbers that are outside the A. So which one are these numbers? These are 6, 5, 7, and 8. These numbers are outside A because A complement means anything that is outside A. So we are going to say 5, 6, 7, 8. We are going to say 5, 6, 7, and 8. Make sure you put commas. Then you cross the bracket. Then we go to this one. B intersection C. So you say B intersection C. So intersection means the things that the numbers that are between A and B, A and C, the numbers that are between A, B and C, and these numbers are 3 and 5. So we are going to say is equal to, open the brackets, then we say 3 and 5. 3 and 5. So remember that there is a sign here which is intersection. So it's like between these two, here there is intersection. So what they are trying to say is that you look for numbers that are found in A complement and in B intersection C complement. So you look for numbers that is found in here and in here. So that number, it is a 5. You can see that here we have a 5 and here we have a 5 again. So you go straight to this one because they have said shade. So you shade this part. You shade it like this. Then you are done. You go to the next. Okay, question 5. Solve the equation. Okay, so this is a quadratic equation. So some people, they will just make this 25 cross the equal sign, then like this. They will just say x minus a1 cross, then square root it, then you say equal to, because of this is a negative sign, when crossing the equal sign it will change, it will be positive 25. So to get rid of this square, we are going just to say, we are going to introduce square roots. So x minus 1, the answer that we are going to get will be either positive or negative a 5. Then we will just say x minus a 1 is equal to a 5, and x minus a 1 will be equal to a negative 5. So for this one, when we make negative, negative, close the equal sign, it will be positive. So this one will just give us a 6. And for this one, after closing the equal sign, it will be positive 1. So this will just give us negative 4. Negative 4, because it will be negative 5 plus a 1. The answer that we are going to get is a negative 4. So this is another way of on how you can solve such kind of quadratic equations. But if you want to show your work, or for those that are not familiar with this, what I'm going to do is the first thing that you do, you expand it. You expand this part, because this square means this times the same. So we are going to say, so let us do this. We can just say method 1. This can act as method 1. Then we go to method 2. We say x minus a 1, close bracket, open bracket, x minus a 1. So this and this are just one and the same thing. Then here we have minus a 25 is equal to a 0. So we are going to say x times x, it is x squared. Then x times negative 1, it will be negative x. Then negative 1 times x, it will be negative x again. Then negative times negative, it is positive. 1 times 1, it is 1 minus a 25. So here is equal to a 0. So we work out the like terms. So it will be x squared, negative x will give us a negative 2x. Then we will say plus 1 minus 25. It will be a negative 24. Negative 24 is equal to a 0. Okay, so this is a quadratic equation now. It is in its standard form. So you can solve this quadratic equation using any method that you are comfortable with. We have a formula method. We also have a substitution method. But as for me, I'm going to use a completing square method, because it is the one that saves time and it is also simple as well. So using completing square method, we are going to make this 24 close the equal sign and get the 1 and get half of this coefficient. So we are going to say x squared minus 2x, then we'll say is equal to this 24. We will close the equal sign. It will be positive 24. Positive 24. Like this. So now we get half. We get half of this coefficient. So to get half of this coefficient, we do it over a 2. Any number that is here, you just do it divide by a 2. That's when you can get a half of it. So we are going to say, so after getting the half of this number, you square it and do the same with this side. So we are going to say x squared plus, because this negative belong to 2. So 2 into 2, it is negative 1. So you put it in brackets, you say negative 1. Then you square it. Forget about this x. Forget about it. Just get the number. Then you say is equal to a 24 plus a negative 1. You put it here again. Negative 1. Then you square it. So because both of these are squared, we'll just put them in one blanket. We'll say x positive times negative, it is negative 1. Then we close brackets, then we square them. Then we say is equal to a 24. A 24. So negative times negative, it is positive. Then positive times positive, it is positive again. So we are going to say plus. Then 1 times 1, it is the 1 itself, plus 1. Then we will say x minus 1 squared is equal to a 25. So you can see that we have arrived at this again. We have arrived at this stage now. So I've shown where I'm coming from and where I am going. So at this stage now, we introduce the square roots. We introduce the square roots to get rid of this. So if they didn't put a square root here, we would have just gone directly solving the equation. But because of this, we are introducing square root so that this and this should cancel. Then the square root of 25, it's a 5. So you say x minus 1 is equal to a 5. Then the answer will be either positive or negative. So we are now going to say x minus 1 will be equal to a positive 5, or x minus 1 will be equal to a negative 5. So the next thing that we are going to do for this one, we can just say x, then we put the like terms together, we group the like terms together. So we make this negative 1 close the equal sign, it will be positive. So it will be equal to 5 plus a 1, which will give us a 6. Then for this one, it will be x is equal to, this is a positive, after crossing the equal sign, it will be a positive. This is negative, it will be positive. So we are going to say negative 5 plus a 1, it will give us a negative 4. So our final answers are going to be x will be equal to a 6, or x will be equal to a negative 4. So you indicate where there are two dash, where they are said this or this. So you indicate x will be equal to 6, then x will be equal to a negative 4. So you work with the one you are comfortable with. You can either go direct to this one, you just get the square root and find the answer. But if you can't manage to do it like this, you simplify it. You simplify it first, you make it in a form of a quadratic equation. Then after that, you work out the quadratic equation using the method you are comfortable with. Okay, so meet you in the next video where we are going to continue from question 6 going down. I've already done question 1, 2, and 3, and I was solving question 4 and 5. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.